Welcome, friends, to my media museum. And today we're doing part 8 of our 45 RPM vinyl records mixed box number 11. And we've got a really cool song here, Sam the Sham with Wooly Bully. Wooly Bully. And you might remember that. It's been numerous albums. It's been in numerous films, and very well-known song. And the B-side of this is also a well-known song by Sam the Sham. Hey there, little Red Riding Hood. Now, I remember that one being in striking distance with Bruce Willis, actually. That was like the serial killer's theme song in that film. But that film came out long after the song. In fact, I don't think this date of 1979 is accurate here. That date of 1979 is probably for this release, and this is probably, oh no, I stand corrected. It says 1986 manufacturing and distribution here, so I guess that was 1979, Little Red Riding. No, I still don't think that's right. I would swear that song goes back, yeah, here we go, 1966. Thank you, whoever did these notations. Wooly Bully came out May 1st, 65, and Little Red Riding Hood June 2nd, 1966. So it's interesting that both of these have 1979 up here and 1986 down here. So there's a lot of licensing and stuff going on here. But yeah, I would have guessed both of those songs were from the 60s, and that does seem to be the case. All right. Next up, we've got another oddity one, Alley Oop by the Hollywood Argyles. Impressed? I said that right? Argyles. Yeah, I looked that one up because it was like I had no idea looking at it how to pronounce that. But I also did have a vague recollection of the band Hollywood Argyles, having done Alley Oop from many years ago. Yeah, love that song, Alley Oop, oop, oop. And the B-side is Larry Verne's Mr. Custer. Please, Mr. Custer, I don't want to go. And those are both the kind of songs that you would have seen on one of those K-Tel 20 Goofy Greats or something, which I have somewhere, I do believe. I've got one of those K-Tel Goofy Great albums with these novelty songs. That's what I would consider both of these. So this is clearly a reissue. I know for certain, because you got two different artists. It's not from a Hollywood soundtrack. This is something that was produced for home jukeboxes, and that's why we've got the two artists doing two big hits there. And if you didn't notice it, we had a wax track label there that somebody tried to remove, so they paid at least $1 at some time for that copy. So next up, we've got the cover of the Rolling Stone by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Gonna buy 5 copies for my mama. And the B-side being a song called Queen of the Silver Dollar. Now, I know I've got other copies of this one that look considerably better. This is just what was in this box. I did not pull out known duplicates from this box while sorting through it for filming. I did that with from like box 3 or 4 to box 10 that I'd previously done. I pulled a lot of them out that I knew were absolute duplicates with no differences in the labels. And I've got that box. We might do that sometime too, just as a rehash, just for fun. Because they'll be in a different order and different sequence, and I have so many of these videos up on the channel, that we could definitely do some reorganizing and some refilming on some of them. So I've got a better copy of this for certain, but this one really, it might play all right. I mean, it's just a little dusty, dirty, but the label's clearly gotten some moisture and gotten some wear that has not been kind to it over the years. Next up, we've got another Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, Sylvia's Mother, which was a rather good hit for him. You want a good laugh? Look this up on YouTube and watch the video for this. Oh, Pirate Pete there, the guy with the eye patch, it kind of cracks me up. It really does kind of look like Pirates of the Caribbean trying to do a rock and roll song. But anyways, that aside, this isn't a song that's got a tune that I can really necessarily hum or sing for you. It's kind of rambling on. So I'm actually surprised it hit number 5 in May of '72, but it was a big hit for him. I believe it was off of one of the earliest albums of his, if not his first one. But yeah, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, Sylvia's Mother. It's a well-known song. Did quite well for them. And the B-side being a song called Making It Natural. Now this clearly is not an original print. This is a reissue. I know by the label. It's something that I recognize. This is a reissue copy. So Making It Natural isn't a song that rings a bell for me from them either. And next up, we've got Manfred Mann. Not the Earth Band, but just Man. This time, because you know you had Manfred Mann, then you had Manfred Mann's Earth Band. They did a lot of really great songs. But Sha La La, I actually played this the other day on the net. I looked up Manfred Mann's Sha La La because I was wondering if it was something that I recognized or not. And it is a catchy tune. It is something that you might know. But it's not one that I really knew. It's just one that listening to it, it's like, yeah, it sounds of the period, it sounds of the day, and it's the type of song that could have been a hit in its time. But there's no notations on this one. This is one of those price tags I was talking about. I know exactly where this guy bought that. A B-side being John Hardy, which is arrangement by Man. This is a traditional song. This is an old song, goes way back. So you might know this one more likely than the other side. But the other side is a good song. It's a really good track. And I enjoyed giving it a spin. So, next up, I'm getting a little poppy. Ambrosia, How Much I Feel for You to Love. Hit number 3 in September of '78. Excuse me. Don't know where that came from. Definitely something that would be edited out if I did such things, but I'm all real. You get what you get. I don't do any editing. We just do some off-the-cuff commentaries while looking through the disc, and you get it all. Back-to-back hits, so again, we're still running with the release copies. B-side being Holding On to Yesterday. That's not a song of theirs I recognize, but it hit number 17 in July of '75, so it could be something that could ring a bell if I dropped a diamond on it. And we got another Ambrosia song here, which again, kind of don't like those labels shining through the centers of them. I want to get a real good image of the labels, and it looks kind of bad when you got something sticking in the center. So anyways, Biggest Part of Me, You're the Biggest Part of Me. Hit number 3 in April of 1980. I do know my months. It was the 3, that's what got me, It hit number 3 in March. No, it hit number 3 in April of 1980. But yeah, Biggest Part of Me, another good Ambrosia song. Ambrosia had quite a few good songs. That's actually a band that I probably could get a greatest hits of and enjoy, because it's not a band that I don't believe I have anything on CD by, but I've got quite a few 45s by. B-side being a song called Living on My Own. Now, you'll notice that this one's not a back-to-back from the album 180 and from the album 180. So this is much more likely an original copy of the song from when it came out, as opposed to that earlier one that we just looked at a minute ago, clearly being a reissue from a later date. So this one's much more likely original. So, hey, look, we've got another Bearsville. We were just talking about Bearsville. If not in this episode, it was in the previous one. And that logo, me believing it's supposed to be a bear. But Todd Rundgren again, Rundgren. Please, somebody, tell me in the comment section how to pronounce his name. Bang the Drum All Day. Now, I do recognize that title. I do think I know this song. It's not a song that I'm really crazy about, but it is something that I do think I recognize. From the album Ever Popular Tortured Artist Effect. There's a title for you. Todd did some odd things. B-side being a song called Chant off of the same album, so this is quite possibly an original. It probably is, from the time that the Want to Bang the Drum All Day song came out. Alright, next up we've got Boss Skaggs. Breakdown Dead Ahead. Now I know a lot of Boss Skaggs songs. Lowdown being one in particular that comes to mind that I liked a lot. This one hit number 15 in April of 1980. Got it right that time. And I don't recognize it by the title. But that's another one. If we gave it a little spin, might be something I know. B-side, Isn't It Time? To me, that's a Baby song. I don't think that Boss Skaggs did a cover of a Baby song, but who knows? Isn't It Time by Boss Skaggs. Not a song that I know by title. It could very well be something I know. All right, next up we've got Dan Fogelberg, who did a lot of really great songs. This one being Part of the Plan off of the Souvenirs album. Rings a little bit of a bell, but to be completely honest with you, not enough of one for me to hum a bit of it for you, because I just don't know it. And this is the one that I was talking about in the last episode. I believe it was in the last episode about it coming up being a DJ copy demonstration, not for sale. You've got the mono version of Part of the Plan on this side, which would have been played on the AM radio stations, and the stereo version on this side, which would have been for the FM radio stations. So there you have it. That wraps up episode 8. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you come back for part 9. And please remember to give me this thumbs up. Keep me encouraged, keep me going. And hey, if you like what you see and you're enjoying the videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more coming up in the future. Love you guys. Take care.